Hey guys, it's reynad back, and today I kind of wanted to do an overview of the metagame that we had on ladder in March, using kind of a bit of a numbers perspective. And in order to do that, I'm using a site called Hearthstats.com, which is a pretty cool tool. People can basically play games on ladder, and then depending on whether they win or lose, they report it on the site, and it all goes into the system. It's all kept track of, like, you know, Druid's win percentage against Warlock, for example, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, thought I'd just kind of go through the overview of March and kind of give you my thoughts on it. So there's Arena and Constructed, both recorded on the site, which is pretty cool. Looks like Mage is the most popular deck in Arena, which is, you know, not really a surprise to anyone. It's just like the best class overall, really high win percentage as well, like pretty clear cut. Paladin and Druid not too far behind. You know, the Paladin has really strong class cards. Consecrate and True Silver Champion are just insane in Arena, and of course Druid just has really strong hero power, good class cards as well, just a good rounded class. Surprisingly, Rogue is not in the top 3 most popular classes, even though it has the second highest win percentage, which is kind of worth noting. Which probably means that if you have Rogue available for an Arena run, and you know, you're trying to play for profit, you know, get a bunch of gold and stuff, you should probably take a stronger look at Rogue, because it's a really good Arena class, one of the best hero powers, and yeah, a little bit underpicked for how high, or for how much winning it's doing. Looks like for Constructed, Warlock and Hunter are the 2 most popular decks, which isn't really a surprise considering that they're the 2 cheapest classes to build. You know, Warlock doesn't really need any legendaries, Hunter only needs Leroy, so those 2 classes are going to perform really well, even if you're missing a lot of legendaries like the Druid deck or Warrior or Shaman might need. So yeah, not too big of a surprise there. Druid's the number 3 class, which, you know, also makes sense because it's the class that has a pretty reasonable matchup against both Warlock and Hunter. So, you know, kind of the counter class to these 2. So, overall, Warlock has the highest win percentage, Zoo OP. Druid, of course, batting above 50%, which is pretty solid. Hunter's number 3. I think it kind of depends on what rank you're at, honestly, how much winning you're going to do with any class. Warlock's going to do a lot better, pretty much below rank like 3 or so, and Hunter, depending on how well you play the deck, is going to perform really well at the higher ranks. They just have different good and bad matchups, and speaking of matchups, of course, you can go ahead and look at these charts down here. Like, for example, this is the Arena win rates, so if I want to know, like, what percentage of the time does Druid beat Warlock in Arena, just go to Druid, go over here, 54% of the time, so Druid actually has a good Warlock matchup in Arena, which is kind of cool. Some of these are pretty swingy, actually. It looks like Priest wins 35% of the time against Rogue. That's kind of funny. That's a pretty swingy matchup, for example. But yep, Arena win count, etc. Just like pretty standard. I mean, this website goes pretty in depth on a whole lot of numbers. Constructed is usually what I would take a look at it for. Global win rates for Constructed. If you're kind of losing to, like, for example, Hunter, maybe like 5 games in a row or something, and you know, I see a lot of people making Reddit posts. They ask me these questions a lot, like, hey, I lost to so-and-so deck 5 times, what counters it? Well, this is a great website to take a look at that, because even though every deck list is different, like, in general, you can take a look at this and kind of see what beats what. For example, like, you're playing against Shaman a lot, right? So you want to beat Shaman, so you go over here to the Shaman bar, and you want to find, like, the lowest percent that you can, 40%. So it only wins 40% of the time against Hunter. So Hunter counters Shaman in general. And that's kind of how you use the grid, you know. It's going to, you know, if I do like Druid versus Druid, it's always going to be 50%. You can see it kind of all 50s going down here. But yeah, in general, that's a pretty useful tool, I think. And if you want to help make this data even better, right now there's, you know, 32,000 people that are contributing, which is a pretty crazy amount. But you can just sign up for this website too, record your own win percentages, save your own decks on here. Just a really cool tool for yeah, just kind of taking more of a numbers oriented approach towards metagaming in Hearthstone. But yeah, that's it for me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.